What's up, guys? Welcome to the Stats Free Sports channel. Here today to bring you an NFL prediction video on former Buffalo Bills wide receiver Gabe Davis. I believe he'll be signing with the New York Giants this offseason. Now let's discuss why. But before we get started, guys, let me know in the comment section down below what team will sign Gabe Davis this offseason. Will he return to the Buffalo Bills? Will my Atlanta Falcons sign him? Or will the New York Giants or another team sign him? Let me know how you feel about it down below. Let's get into it, man. So I've had my prediction videos for free agency already panned out. Everything planned about a month ago during the playoffs. Like I said in other videos before, I've done my all-season videos. I've done draft videos, draft prospects, cut candidates, trade options for certain players and teams. But Gabe Davis, I was gonna hold off on this video for a while, but in lieu of him making that long post on social media about his farewell to Buffalo and posting stats and all that stuff, this is the perfect time for him. And Gabe Davis, who's a pretty good player, I don't know if Giants fans will like him because obviously he's not a true number one. He's not proven yet. But I believe in past connections. I believe in, you know, a player or a coach finding similarities or finding something they've had in the past on a new team. And that's obviously Brian Daboll here, former OC for the Buffalo Bills, was around when Gabe Davis was there as well, helped Josh Allen molded him to where he was now, Stephon Diggs. All that came to a great year for the Buffalo Bills, a great time period right before Brian Daboll left and took the Giants job. So obviously they're familiar with each other, and I think Gabe Davis can and will probably go to the New York Giants, in my opinion, and go there to be, like I said, he's not a real number one, but maybe their number one. And that's the thing. Like I said, Giants fans might not want him, but who else can you get? You're looking at it right now. Michael Pittman will probably be franchise tagged. T. Higgins probably be franchise tagged. Calvin Ridley, do the Giants want him? Is he a true number one? Is he a high end two or a very low end number one? He kind of had a weird year with the Jags last year. Mike Evans, I doubt he'll go to New York. At least to the Giants or probably Jets too. So it's like, what receiver can you bring in right now and get to be a number one wide receiver? Will you draft Malik Neighbors? Can you draft Rome Odunze? Obviously Marvin Harrison probably got trade up for him. So it's like, it's tough. It's tough. And, I'm sure some Giants fans will question, is Gabe Davis better than some of their current receivers? I think right now, I think so. Slayton is cool. Like I said, Hodgins better than him. Hyatt unproven, but probably better than him as well. He's not quite there. He's only going to a sophomore season, so it's like, I guess Gabe would be the best receiver on that team, but hasn't really proven to be a true number one wide receiver yet. Looking at his last 2 years as a Buffalo Bills player, he was close, very, very close to breaking out in 2022. Had a very good year, and 2023 was a side back. Was a step back. Either was a step back or he just broke even. But it wasn't a better year than what it was in 2022. And he's been on people's list for a while now as far as being a breakout star, the next guy. In my Buffalo Bills videos I've been doing the last couple years, I've been saying, can they or should they upgrade from Gabe Davis? Because Davis is cool, but I think a true number two would have helped out Stephon Diggs in that Buffalo Bills offense a whole lot more. But obviously, it didn't happen. But I was campaigning for the Buffalo Bills to kind of trade for Brandon Cooks last season before he left to the Cowboys. I thought that would have been a pretty solid move. A true number two guy, Cooks, high end two, can be a low end option number one. He's been there for certain stops throughout his career. I thought adding him plus Davis would have been pretty nice, and obviously Diggs as well would have been pretty good. But as I said, Gabe Davis, if not the Giants, my Falcons will be a pretty good option as well. And probably, fans will probably gather around that more because he won't be a number one option. Behind our guy Drake London, he gives us a different option, a different look than what we have on the roster right now, which is nobody else. We have no one else on our roster currently Scotty Miller was on a 1-year deal. Mac Hollins, who didn't quite pan out for us, was on a 1-year deal. Van Jefferson from the Rams, we traded for him mid-season on the last year of his contract. So we have no other receiver of note on our roster. So adding him with Drake London, that would be pretty solid. You know, him being a number 2 again, that'd be pretty cool. And he, like I said, he's not. Gabe Davis isn't bad. He's putting up about 750 plus the last 2 years, about 70 catches and 750 plus yards last 2 years. Not bad. Definitely not bad at all. But you know, as far as what he wants as money wise, that could be something that he might be labeled as one of the more overpaid guys this offseason. Depends on what he actually gets, because he could maybe demand low wide receiver one money, a low end receiver one. He might demand some of that cash. So just depends on what teams value him as. Looking up, I look at certain websites and their estimates for Davis market, and they're saying about 4 years, 54 million, so 13 per year. That gives him about 22. He's current. That would be currently the 22nd wide receivers that make more than him currently, if that were the case. That's not bad. You know, it's a little overpay. He's not at that level yet, but could he be? There's a chance. You know, because Josh Allen, he, you know, when times get hard, he tends to run that ball and tuck that ball some as well. He doesn't really, especially last year. You know, there was a point in time where he didn't really throw the ball as much, and that's what kind of was a weird situation with him and the coaching staff. Like, okay, do you want me to throw, or should I just run, or stuff like that. He's kind of started getting timid in the passing game. So many picks as well, kind of made him kind of timid, kind of dink and dunk, short throws, small, less risk chance down. Didn't push the ball down the field more, and that kind of limited the offense. But they still was winning games. Those big games, they had 5-6 game winning streak stretch where they had to win all the games to get into the playoffs. They did that. So it ended up winning games still, but all in all, it wasn't the best performances by the receivers. More of a James Cook, more of a Josh Allen type of dominance in that offense instead of Stephon Diggs, Shakir and Davis and those guys. More tight end usage, more Cooks, more Allen than anyone else was really dominant those stretches. So, like I said, we'll see where Gabe Davis goes and what type of deal he lands. But I'm pretty interested to see what happens with him. How a team will pay him. Can he demand more? As I said, because if he's a Giants number 1 option, he might can get up to 15 million. Push that up some a little bit more. So we'll definitely see. We'll definitely see, man. But I'm excited for free agency coming very soon. He'll be a good get. Just depends on what role he actually lands in. Excuse me. Like I said, Giants. He'll be their best wide receiver. I think he's better than Slayton right now.